Beginner Boost Day 34. Here we go. Still doing some VI stuff today. So let's get to it. People are going to have to catch up when they come on in. I'm just going to go ahead and get going. So we have been doing VI stuff. We've been doing VI configuration specifically. Actually, last time we led day 33, we did configuration of X. And we were spending a lot of time in something called exrc. For many people, including Unix veterans, it might have been a first time, Linux veterans anyway, that they'd seen exrc. exrc is the original name for the RC file for VI, which is literally the exact same binary program as X, the editor X. The editor X and the editor VI are the same program. So we talked about that last time, and why, I don't want to go through this again, but we talked about why it's important to learn VI first and learn the configurations that can be done with that. And we went through all of that. You can go watch that day. Today, we're going to be going through how to layer on top of that knowledge of VI. Okay, so we're going to move to VI. We're actually going to use Vim, so we're kind of easing into Vim. And we're going to start out with Vim in Vi Compatibility Mode first. And then tomorrow we'll switch over and we'll be full Vim all the way, and we'll have fun with all those Vimisms and things that are, only guaranteed to work with Vim. I had some music on there. I've got to turn that off. Hopefully that won't stop my video, but we'll see. So if you're there, make sure I know. Say hi or something. Anyway, so let's go ahead and do this. So the first step is to get connected. We are here. So let's go ahead and get connected to our boost containers. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to change, let's change the, let's put move. So move tilde exrc to tilde vimrc. All right. So as of today, we're going to be using Vim for everything, even though I don't want to use all the Vimisms yet right away. So we talked about that. Let's try that first. So fire up a new thing. I should still have one running. So it'd be docker start.ai boost, and change to my account over here. And let's see what I have over here. Do I have an exrc? There it is. Let's go ahead and move it. Move exrc to .vimrc. And as we talked yesterday, you can do nvi to get to practice with VI. If you want another way to sample, so there are two ways to sample the old stuff. The other one is to run a different container. If you run like the BusyBox container, we talked about this a lot, but the VI over here is a BusyBox version of VI, which is even less than what you have in NVI or even the original Unix VI. So there are ways for you to test it out and see if it's a Vimism as we go forward. I just want to reiterate that, so you can, occasionally it's important to test to see whether you're doing something that's not going to be compatible if you care. But I think it's a good idea to just, if you're going to do that, at least know you're doing it. And I've done that with many things, macros and, read positioning and stuff like that. All right, so I've got VI going on now, and we can actually go start messing with our vimrc file. Now mine is not fleshed out. If you want to see my good one, of course, it's in my .files. So, you can just go look under Vim and here under the .files, and you can see mine. And you'll see that I've got this section here with all my VI stuff in it. So we're going to kind of do some of this. So we added all of these other things last time that were, expandtab was not supported. Remember we found out that was not supported. So I don't know if you want to do this, but if you want to, you can you know about this? Okay, so watch. We're going to actually, let's do 30 insert these things, and then escape, enter. See that? You ever done that before? Oh wait, I got my keys on. So Yeah, this is a lot of people. Okay, so you can add numbers to things. That includes insert, right? There's lots of ways to do this, but one of the ways to do this is a little VI trick. So you can do, so you can say, let's say I want like I don't know 72. Okay, so I do 72, insert this, and then escape, and then go up or something, and it does it. See that? So it repeats the insert 38 times. So if you want a line, I mean, I'm using the comment there. Any characters to make line break? Yeah. I mean, there's lots of ways to do that, but that's what's great about VI, right? Is it's like there's just so many different ways. So you can always repeat anything. So like let's say I wanted to insert like 4 spaces here. So, you know, I could do 4 I space and then escape, and it should do it. Yep, there we go. And then down here I do I, and it does the same thing. See? So VI is just so powerful. Vim, VI. I keep calling it VI because so many people call it Vim. And so now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to say set compatible. I actually think this might be the default. Let's go check. Remember, you can check all your options by doing set all, and it will show you everything. This is every one of your options that you have. It's right there available to you. I heard DistroTube the other day and his thing say that Emacs was self-documenting. I just beg to differ. I do not think Emacs is self-documenting. This is self-documenting. And he was like, so yeah, VI is not self-documenting. You have to go to the internet and look everything up. I'm like, okay, no, I disagree. And I'm proving it right now. So, what, to add spaces and stuff? Oh yeah, there's like so many different ways to do it. Breno, you're gonna come up with a lot of these little cool ways over time, but everything is here. So there's 2 things. So the other one, what did we do? We said if you just do help here, it'll remind you of things you can do. You do, is it VI? Was it usage? I think it is. There it is. VI usage is right at your fingertips. There's every single hotkey right there available to you. I would say it's pretty damn self-documenting if you ask me. So yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He literally doesn't know what he's talking about. Okay, so I mean, good guy, but he just does not know what he's talking about. All right, set compatible. What is the default for this? So let's do this. Set compatible. Let's see. I don't think what happened there? That didn't seem to be what I wanted. Oh, it did. I turned compatibility mode on. Yeah, I did. You see that? Yeah, I did. I was just trying to see what it was. Actually, let's restart. Well, now I'll be screwed up because I already put set compatible in there, right? So if you put set compatible, it won't let you do other stuff. In fact, it should have complained at me for having expandtab. But I don't think this is a Vim thing. I mean, I don't think it's a VI thing. Interesting. I vaguely seem to remember, maybe somebody else out there in land, TV land remembers this too. I seem to remember that VI in compatibility mode is not the same as VI. It's not. And that would be, if I tried to open this in NVI, let's try it. So let's actually create a symbolic link. Oh my God, did your head explode? So we're going to do ln-s vimrc, and we're going to symbolically link that to .exrc. So if we open NVI, we're still opening the same file. Let's see if it breaks. It should break, actually. So when I do that, it should say, oh no, you can't run that, right? So we've just proven, and I now need to write about this, that set compatible. Okay, how about this? So let's just use set compatible to start with Vi compatibility. All right, but know that Vim in compatibility mode is not VI compatible. Which is rather sad, actually. I mean, because if it were, it would not like any of those things. And if it were truly compatible, right now I'm fine with it because it doesn't throw random errors, right? If it's going to throw random errors at us, that would be a bad thing, right? We don't want that. So you can't even start the program until we get rid of those things out of our vimrc. Actually, it will do it. It just gives a big ugly warning, right? So I mean, I would rather it did that if we were in compatibility mode, but whatever. So we're gonna I guess we're gonna be okay with that. So there we go. There's your compatibility mode. Let's come back here and play some more. All right. So what else have we got? vimrc, which is symbolically linked. So we put set compatible up there. Compatible. We have set number on. That's good. We got our numbers on. But see how it makes this all the spacing over here? That's because that's what VI does, and that's what compatible mode is doing to us. So I wonder if it's expanding tabs though. Oh my gosh, it doesn't even have the keys set. This is so not compatible. It's such a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie because if it were compatible, it would be showing us all our little spaces and stuff, but it's not doing that. And actually, no, it is. It's doing the right thing. I take it all back. It is doing it. It's only tabs that does that. It's the expand tab, which is not supposed to be supported. Dude, this is kind of upsetting me. This is supposed to be compatible mode, and yet it allowed me to do expand tab. And I'm telling you, expand tab, I could be wrong. Let's check. I'm telling you, expand tab is not VI. We did that last time, right? Yeah, look. Let's see, set no compatible option. Oh, it says I don't know what that is. All right. All right, so let's do this. Let's go back to NVI. I have a hunch. Set expand tab. Sorry, can't do it. But you just saw that it's expanding my tabs. It's expanding my tabs, and it said it wasn't going to. It said it was compatibility mode. It's a bunch of bullshit. I'm learning some things here. This is fun. I'm kind of glad we're going through this. For example, set expand tab still works and should not. I mean, among many other things. I don't know where it is. How's it go, Mohammed? You agree with that on YouTube out there? I mean, that's just not right. It's not right. But there's our objective evidence. We just proved it. And I you know what? I'm glad we did that because I was still kind of in my head someplace that it's not really compatible mode. Because I remember doing that thinking I was going to be able to isolate the problems, and otherwise I wouldn't have ever found NVI. And when I found NVI because I was looking to isolate the vimisms that had snuck into my VI usage, and I found them. NVI BSD editor. And so clearly NVI is the place to try that out and test that the most reliably, even though it does support some other stuff even that the original Unix VI does not. So as far as I know, you cannot use an AT&T original VI anywhere. NVI is pretty damn close. VI and BusyBox pretty damn close. But other than that, you're screwed. But do you really need it? That's probably a good thing, right? Because anyway. So what are we going to do next? Well, we got compatibility mode. So let's just proceed and just look down the VI that I have here. We did all these. Skip defaults. So you can't put this in there, right? We're going to turn compatibility mode later. We might end up doing it today. Just because I'm going to make a command decision. We're going to go ahead and do it today because obviously it doesn't make a difference, right? So there's no case where you would want to put compatible mode on because it's not compatible. All right. I am adjusting my learning program here. I'm going to change it. I'm going to say migrate to Vim. Bam. Call it a day. There you go. vi to vim. We're gonna bump ahead a day. All right, so because we just proved it. All right, so set compatibility mode is not compatible with vi. Is not vi compatible. I'm gonna do use nvi instead. All right, so I'm just gonna put a little rant here. Yeah. How's that sound? And then what? And then say, all right, let's just do this. And then I'm gonna do this. So yeah, we'll do set no compatible. All right, here we go. I feel much happier already. I feel better about that decision. You guys okay with that? Well, yeah, we're fine. I'm sure you're all fine. That's why it's organic like this. I like it like this. Okay, so vim in compatibility mode is not. Yeah, I use NVI instead. Vim in compatibility mode is not vim compatible. I put this as kind of a afterthought here. Always use NVI or busybox VI or original if you can. VI to check compatibility. I mean, if you care, but you probably should care. Or I say, or busybox or original. How's that sound? Does that sound better? All right. You have one behavior for VI and one for NVI. Yeah. I think you're right. Conquesting, I think that's the best way to teach it. So I use NVI, which, you know what, is actually a reason to learn NVI, because if you get stuck on a BSD system, that's what they have. That's their default. And BSD is pretty popular still these days. So, you know, there's reason enough to do it right there. You know, I don't have to make a case for Solaris or, you know, whatever. Okay. So, so first things first, set the no compatibility line. Let's go back and let's see what else now. I mean, now we're on our way. Skip defaults in Vim. I like this. Should we go read about what it is? Let's go read. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Like, normally the purpose of the boost is to like show you what you don't know and then do that thing. There's not a lot of documentation about preferred entries and preferred stuff in a vimrc file. There's a lot of people who have great vimrc files you could learn from. So I'm going to go through all of mine and I'm going to explain it to you. Okay. And when we get to the coding part, we'll learn a little bit of vimscript at that point. All right. And we'll just, you know, keep plugging along 50 minutes a day and we'll be fine. It might take us a whole week to get through it, but that's fine. And this is the thing. This is a big complaint people have about using VI, is that it takes so long to configure to get it off the ground to just work. And in terms of using it like an IDE, and particularly if you want to go all the way, into using it for software development, I'm going to say right now, VI by itself is not suitable for most all day, everyday software development. It's just too small. It's not what it was designed to do. So you can build it into an IDE using, you know, tmux, or if you want to do the NeoVim thing, you can do that, and you're basically turning VI into an IDE at that point. But then, you know, there's other IDEs out there that you might consider. All right, so I keep coming back to that point, but I have to say it every time. Auto indent we covered. Automatically indents new lines. You probably want that one for sure. Did I add that to mine? Did I already add it to my Docker one? I think I did, right? No, I did not. I thought okay. I'm setting no compatible right now. It's no compat. No compadre. Oh boy, I'm really in big trouble. Auto indent. We're going to get to plugins and all that again, jazz. How's it going, Bcalvim? Bcalvim. You got Vim in your name. Oh my gosh. How cool is that? You're in the right place today. So I don't know if this is a good thing or not. I might mostly NVI compatible. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So this stuff here, the point I'm trying to do with my vimrc, and I may have failed, but is to put all of the stuff that works with NVI at the top, so I can cut and paste it out into an exrc file easily without having the two files, you know, be separate. Because before I did this, I had it like all interspersed and organized more based on, I don't, you know, autoindent next to some other thing that was just a vimism, and it was all grouped together. And so all the vimisms were kind of interspersed with the stuff for NVI, and I found that to be work against me when I want to get on a BSD system or something. I couldn't do it. I couldn't just go in there and cut and paste, or, you know, just grep out whatever those lines. And so I've started to kind of put this preamble in here that is, and there's no reason this can't be just all in one line like this. And we've already talked about this. And number is line numbering. Ruler is this thing down at the bottom that gets turned on. Tab stops is 2 for, in general, syntax highlighters and language specific syntax plugins are going to just take those over, but this is just by default if nothing else is set. And did you lose your time? I don't know. We're going to keep going. No. All right. So we've got no compatible on. We got this auto write. I like auto write. I'm going to put it back in. I don't think auto write goes here though. Yeah, and I'm not going to put my big fancy documentation of all my options. Okay, there's two schools of thought on this, right? There's the one school of thought that says your vimrc should be 100% fully documented, so anybody looking at it knows what you're doing, or so that you know what it's doing when you go back and look at it in a given year. Because once you get a good vimrc, you know, there's settings in there that you never go back and look at ever. So I'm going to let you make the decision. Obviously, I went the option with a little bit of heavy highlighting here, but in my Docker one, I'm not really doing that. So we have auto write here. Expandtab. What does expandtab do? Expandtab says when you hit tab, instead of it putting a tab character, it replaces it with whatever your tab stop is in actual characters. Yeah, that's what we did. Yeah, we moved it already. Hi, Data Disciple. How's it going? BSD boxes on hackthebox.android. Having VI on the machine made it easier to quickly RWX files. Like you said, it's powerful in some cases. All you need. Data Disciple, you are my friend today because you have just confirmed a very modern usage of VI. And I didn't say don't learn Vim or don't learn NeoVim. I mean, I don't, yeah, I've said that many times, but you're eventually going to learn Vim. But if you know VI first, right, then you'll know what you're doing and you won't be like lost. And particularly if you've integrated it with the shell, because then your shell is going to be there. I mean, you're going to be able to do all kinds of things on the shell once you get on there. How you liking Hack the Box? You know what, Data? I gotta talk to you later. I'm kind of missing Hack the Box a little bit. I had an account that for those months. You remember back? One of my good friends works there now. Yeah, so yeah. I've got to stop talking now. I can't say anything else. Stay tuned. So okay, so we got this. Okay, so softtabstop. I have no idea what the hell that is. So we're gonna go look it up. So let's go look it up. All right, let's see if it's on here. So help softtabstop. So I typed help space, I told colon help space softtabstop, and this is what it says. You can navigate around in here. This is the embedded help in Vim. I'm just telling, and I can't get into Vim. When I enter VI, it automatically enters Vim. Well, that's what I do. So VI is Vim. If you want an actual VI, you have to type NVI. Okay. I always type VI and I'm using Vim just so everybody knows. Because it's automatically set to as the alternative, and people like me have been typing VI forever, and it's more efficient. I don't want to type 3 letters. So there. So softtabstops, STS apparently is the number of spaces that a tab counts while performing editing operations like inserting a tab or using BS. It feels like tabs are being inserted. While in fact, a mixture of spaces and tabs is used. Interesting. I don't know why I swallowed a fly, but I have that in there. I'm going to keep it there. I'm just going to keep it there. I don't know. And look, you can read all of these options, or you can go to a trusted friend or colleague and then see what options they have, and then you can evaluate what you want. It's like a perpetual thing. It's like a thing in the industry, or like everybody reads each other's dot files in their vimrc to see if they're missing something. And I found some good stuff. I'm going to show you some that I found from some other people here in a bit. To get out of this, there's probably an easier way. I just do : Q ! And that gets me out of there. And So shift width. And I don't remember what shift width is either. Let's go look at it. We got 19 minutes. We can do this. Set help shift width. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to say add. I added all the other ones. I did tabstop auto write. Well, we'll do them. Okay, so let's say. Oh, expand tab. All right, let's do one at a time. Expand. Set expand tab to replace tabs with spaces. Some people don't like this. And if you're like doing Go editing, you'll see I use Shift ZZ, but that's just me. Everybody's :Q exclamation point. Shift ZQ is a Vimism. :Q exclamation point is VI and NVI. That's actually, one of the. There needs to be a comparison of the two. Shift width. I don't know what that is, so we're gonna look what that is. Shift width. I don't remember what it is anyway. Tab is your friend here. So shift width returns the effective value of shift width. This is the shift width column value unless it is 0, in which case it is the tab stop. This option was introduced to patch blah. Everybody should have it by now. And there is one column shift width for which, I think this is like, when you're doing, I'm pretty sure. Let's try it. I think this is when you do the greater than sign. You know what I'm saying? I don't use it very much, to tell you the truth, but I think that's what it is. Let's try. So like if you do the greater than sign, you guys know about that, right? So you do 2 greater than signs, 2 greater than signs, it only goes by 2, right? Let me do this. Let me do set shift width to, this is to like 10. How about that? What? Yeah, that was it. That's it. Okay. So probably time for me to comment this one out. Mostly used with ding ding and ding ding. Okay. So you see what I'm saying? So now if I do that, it's like going over 10, right? If you want to see all this stuff too, you can do set list and you can see it all. Actually, you won't be able to see it all. But stuff. All right. So that's what that one is. Softtabstop. What is softtabstop? I don't think we figured that one out. I need to comment on that. Smartindent. All right. So smartindent is used by all of the stuff out there. Like everything uses smart. All the languages and stuff. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say, I'll come back and write it because I don't know. Is this slow enough for y'all? You guys want me to go faster? Go faster, Mr. Rob. Mixes tabs and spaces when you are multi-tabbing, I think. Tab stop? Does it really? We'll have a look at that, and I'll put that in. If you can confirm that's what it is, that'd be great to know. So set shift width. Okay. So shift width is to set with spaces. Okay, so then what? Smart indent. Help smart indent. Smart indent. SI Boolean. Do smart indenting when starting a new line. Oh, right. That's the one where smart indenting is really cool. You guys see me in Pandoc all the time when it starts the new paragraph. It's like so important. The only problem with smart indenting is, let me show you something about smart indenting. This is gonna be a fun one. This is gonna take some time. Set smart indent. Yeah, to get nicely indented paragraphs. So let me show you. So if I go, where's my Docker? All right. So if I am, let me say this, set smart indent. So if I go clear over here and I hit enter, see that? That's awesome, isn't it? Until it's not. When you try to cut and paste from a from something else, it won't do that, right? So let's actually turn it off now. So set no smart indent. You can actually just put an exclamation point and that'll toggle it. No, smart indent. What? Oh, I typed it wrong. Duh. It's not start indent. It's smart. Oh, I feel like I'm failing, and I am failing. Look at how much miserably I'm failing. How do you get back to the non-tab spot? You have to explicitly do it. So like if you're over here, you have to go to the front of it. Oh, look what this did. This actually put tabs in there. Yeah. Oh, did it? Yeah, I guess it did. That's weird. All right, so watch. Wait, this. I'm going to do this, I swear. Smart, it says no smart indent. No smart indent. All right, so now, enter. I think auto indent is doing it, actually. I do. I think we got this wrong. I think auto indent is the one doing it. I'm sorry. I told you wrong. Yeah, let's go check. I don't know how to get out of VI. That's kind of a joke. All right, so let's do this. I want to say it's, yeah, you know what? Let's confirm it. So if I do this, if I do set no auto indent is the one that kills you when you try to paste stuff. It's probably the most important, annoying thing left over from Vim. Yeah, that was it. So that was auto indent. So that whole time that was auto indent that we were doing. It was not smart indent. Yeah, smart indent was not it. Of course, they're both off now. So wait, what happens if we do this? What if we do set smart indent and we have auto indent on? Now what's going to happen? What? What is the difference between smart indent and auto indent then? Are you telling me that the age-old problem with cutting and pasting has now been rectified? Oh my gosh, I think it might be. I feel so stupid for not knowing this if it is. See, this is why I'm doing this, because I'm just having as much fun with you guys. See, normally if you do this with your mouse, this is like serious danger. Because, not danger. I gotta be careful with that word. If you do an insert, a plain old insert like this. Oh my God. I think the days of auto indent are gone. Can somebody confirm that for me? Watch what happens when you do it with auto indent. If I do it with auto indent on, set auto indent. I know people are like, Rob, oh no, bad me. No, never mind. I spoke prematurely. Actually, wait. Set no smart indent. All right, now let's try. Normally when you do this, all that indentation stuff causes it to look like a nested pyramid-y thing. And this is not a sufficient test. We shall have to return to it again another day. But you'll know, because if you don't do it, it'll just paste horribly, and then you'll have to. It's the very reason you have to do set paste, because you know what? Let's do this. Let's actually look up paste really quick. I mean, these are all related to indenting, so that's why I want to go into it right now, because smart dent. See, and actually, this is one of those cases where I would have auto indent right next to smart indent, but since I can't really tell you what they do differently, I really don't know. I just have had it all this time. Let's go look at the. So let's do. Wait, one more. I need to get back. You know what I'm talking about, Cordomer, right? I actually have a hotkey for it. Most people do, to turn in paste mode. Yeah, and then you go to G or edit to paste it in there, right? To this day, I will openly acknowledge it is the most annoying VI annoyance of all. Of all the other annoyances, I mean, VI has got lots for different people, but everything about VI I really like, except that. That is probably the single most annoying thing I've had to deal with my entire life. And so I actually thought smartindent might have fixed it, and I just was unaware. So if anybody has a fix for that, I'll send you bits or something, because I've wanted that, and they'll say use NeoVim or something. No, I want it to be at least Vim. But what I want it to be smart enough to know it's getting stuff being pasted, but it doesn't know, and so it tries to auto indent for you and do all this fancy formatting and ends up screwing up. So so yeah, no joy there. Let's actually read about this though. So there is a we might have to use, you know what, this is probably good for us to talk about this today. So you guys are going to be doing some cutting and pasting, so I'm going to put this in the Vim. Yeah, I don't, we're going to have to fix this. I'm going to force myself to go look this up. Add, use, set paste, when pasting, text, copied with mouse. All right, so set paste does a bunch of things. I think it turns auto indenting off. That's the one I think I'm pretty sure I know about. So Vim and paste mode. So paste mode is useful if you want to copy or cut some text from one window and pass it to Vim. This will avoid unexpected effects. Setting this option is useful when when you're using a Vim in a terminal where Vim cannot distinguish between typed text and pasted text. So when you paste into the terminal, it thinks you're sitting there typing and is trying to help you by indenting. It keeps indenting and it pushes all the stuff over, right? And then you don't want that, right? And if you're using a really good plugin like the Go plugin, it doesn't matter. It'll reformat it. You're fine. But you know, for a lot of other things, it can be really annoying. So in the GUI, Vim knows about pasting and will mostly do the right thing without paste. And we're going to come back to this later down in the configuration. I have a hotkey for it. The same is true for a terminal where Vim handles mouse clicks. Okay. This option is reset when starting the GUI, and this is or the UI. The problem with this is actually when people say this all the time. They're like, why do you have to go in and out of the file so many times? Why don't you just leave the file open? And in Tmux, you can certainly do that. You just have that window open and don't ever exit it. Now, I exit because it's just a habit of mine. It's not because but it's essentially just a tab, just like if you're using VS Code or something. And that's one of the reasons to do that. Because when you leave it open and you do set paste, it's going to be on for anything you do when you edit the system. As soon as you close it, you lose your ability to paste. And you have to do set paste again, which is not that annoying, or hit your hotkey or whatever. So here's what it does specifically. Wow, look at all this stuff it does, man. Holy cow. So it resets auto indent. It resets expandtab, so it doesn't do that. Format options. Format options is one of the reasons people hate Vim, because it's so hairy and dense to understand it. I tried to understand every option. We're going to get to it. Probably have to spend a whole day on it. It says reset, sets the ruler. It says show match. Smart indent is reset. Smart tab is reset. Soft tabs are set. Basically, it just makes this stuff indent and paste the way you would expect it to. And so you can use the paste toggle option to toggle the paste option with some key, and a lot of people have done that. Paste toggle is, this was a key sequence. There's nothing by default set for that. I set mine to I think mine's like shift F. No, mine's leader key 2 right now. But and that, I do call and set paste all the time. We haven't talked about mapping. We're gonna leave that all on its own day. So let's go out of this. Okay. So, but those are all related to smart indent. I honestly can't tell you what smart indent does right now. I thought I knew, and I don't believe I know. Let's go read it one more time. Man, smart. I'm gonna change fucking to messing. So it's rated G. Okay. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's do help smart indent. So smart indent is off by default. Not available when compiled without it. Do smart indent, smart auto indenting when starting a new line. Works for C programs. and have it start from the left right margin instead of current place. I think that's what this is. I think smart indenting is like for quotes, for like bracketed sections and stuff, because it says C like stuff, right? C indent does something like this, works better in most cases, but is more strict. C indenting, when C indent is on, or index expression is set, SI has no effect. No idea. I've never used C indenting. Maybe I need to look at that. Normally, autoindent should also be on when using smartindent. Okay, and that's why I usually had those two right next to each other. The indent automatically inserts a line ending when you do this after a line starting with a keyword from syn words. No, oh, that's where the syntax stuff comes from. So before a line starts with that. Okay, I see what's going on. When typing, the first character is a new line. That line. So this is part of the magic that happens when you're writing code. That have it start from the left. Yeah. So I mean, I think it's worth putting in there. I can't still quite articulate it. Otherwise, it would be fun to try a bunch of coding with it off, and then try. I'll do that actually. I'll do that this week. I'll do some Go coding without it, and then I'll turn it on, and see. I'll be able to notice it right away. I'll tell you one thing. Most of these options, you find out about them when something is annoying you about your VI session, and you're like, and then you go spend 2 hours reading about that thing you want to stop happening, and then it stops. And I hate that that's true about VI. That's the biggest complaint. And VI does take a lot of customization to use well. So that's just the nature of the beast. Smart tabs. Yeah, smart tabs. I'm gonna go read it to you. Smart tab. Oopsie. Help smart tab. There's like all these smart options in Vim that weren't there before. That's why I was raised on Vim. When on a tab in front of a line, insert blanks according to the shift width, tab stop, and softtab is used in other places. A backspace will delete a shift width. Oh, so that's like if you've, you know what? That's what makes it look like that. Oh, you have to have that. You have to have that. You know why? Watch what happens if you don't have it. I'll show you. This one I know. I just realized what it does. So set smart tab to be sure backspacing tab works with expandtab. So this is what this is. So, all right. So you see how you tab, right? Watch what happens if you turn it off. So let me turn my tab stops off a little bit. So if I set my, was it tab stop to 4. All right. So now I'm typing. I got disconnected from the IRC server. That was weird. Are you guys still there? That was really weird. I can still hear what you're saying, but reconnect me. That was very strange. All right. So let's do this. So let's see. Tab. So that's got 4 spaces, right? Is it 4? Here, let's try. No, it's still doing 2. Damn it. All right. Set tab stop equals 4. All right. Why isn't it doing it? Set there. This is fun. Set softtabstop equals 4. One of them is holding me back. Which one is it? I thought for sure it was tab stop. You know what? You know what's wrong? It's because it's my syntax. If the file, see this is pandoc. Pandoc is overriding my settings. I have a feeling. Anyway, so you can see when I tab, it like keeps going, it uses spaces instead of tabs, right? Now when I backspace, you see how it deletes 2? That's smart tabs. If you don't have smart tab, it won't do that. I'm gonna try it right now. Set no smart tab. All right. What? Set that, 2 T's. Or STA, how about that? No STA. No STA, so no smart tab. Tab, backspace, It's still doing it though. You know, I don't trust this. I think this is because, you know, I don't trust it. I think it's because Pandoc is taking over. So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try over here. All right. So tab. Okay. That was definitely a tab. All right. So now watch. If I try to backspace it, it doesn't do it. See, that's what we wanted. Another reason to use a basic boost container that doesn't already have your Vim configuration, because I can't even test it because I'm so configured. But this shows you the difference. Now watch. If I do set, okay, so let's do set smarttab, right? And over here I'll do set sta. Is that it? Now watch. When I do tab, I should be able to backspace and have it get them all. You see how it got them all? Now, why does it think my tabs are so big though? Oh, because why does it think my tab stops are so big? Because I don't have a smart. This is what I'm saying. You gotta have all these things. Smart indent. Is that because I don't have smart indent? Let's see. What do I need? I have soft tab. I know we're over time. Softtabstop. I guess we must have to do softtabstop. Let's try. I mean, this is not fun. No one's. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I don't mess with this. Soft. Wait, did I even spell that right? Set soft. I did not. Soft tab stop. Set soft tab stop. All right. So now what? Set soft tab stop equals 0. All right. So set soft tab stop. Tab stop equals 2. Equals 2. All right, now what? Now when I tab, does it do it? No. That does not look like it's doing it to me. Wait, set, expand. You know what? I think I need to reopen my thing. Unknown option, no. Where did I put no? Oh, whoopsie. All right. Well, smart tabs are working for sure, but smart tab seems to have, and this is actually really fun because this is uncovering problems that I was unable to identify before because all my syntax plugins were fixing everything. And you want that. You want to know what's actually there, right? So smart indent, set smart tab. Let's try this again. So set, it doesn't have anything to do with the setting of shift width equals 10. Did I have a shift width? Did I do that already? Shift width. You know what? It is that. Neon, I bet you it is neon lights. I think that's what it is. I think that's it. You got it. I think you have it. I think you nailed it. Because, no, but I reopened it, right? Watch, it goes away. I'm going to take this off. Let's try it off. And now, so now it just does my 2-space thing, right? And when I delete though, see this, the backspace. Oh, wait, my backspaces are still working. See, that's what I thought it was going to give me, and it didn't. That's very interesting. You see that? I still get, it's still deleting spaces using, it's still smart enough to know what to do there. So I don't know. That's a mystery. A little bit of homework there. Tab stop and soft tab stop are only used when the tab is in the middle of a line. Shift width is used when the line starts with tab. Is it shift width? Are you sure it's not? Are you sure it's not tab stop? I think we want shift width to be 2, right? Soft tab stop. What is soft tab stop? They're all blurring again. Soft tab stop equals 2. Okay, so yeah. I just have them all set to 2 because I want them to be. This is the default. Again, the plugins will just like mess with them. Shift width is only when it has a tab. Are you sure? because, well, we know that it's more than that because it's here. Set shift width equals 5. Now, when I tab, it's not tabbing 5 over. See what I'm saying, conquesting? Maybe I'm missing something, but it's only going 2 over. But when I do this, that kind of stuff, right? Now it's going over all that way. So I am inclined to think that that is, related to that as opposed to the other. But this is, inquiring minds want to know. This is really good to go through. Unfortunately, it's going to take us a long time to get through the configuration, but I think we'll be better off for it at the end of it. So let's make today's themes migrating VI to Vim, and then let's do all about tabs. How about that? Tabs and indenting. And yeah, okay. Start with tab. I don't know if that's gonna be too much. Yeah. In routine, we'll just put tabs. How about that? Let's say indent. Tabs. It's kind of like we put both of those in one day. So part 1 of 20. So, I mean, go play with it. There's nothing you can do to break it on your container. I'm actually really glad the container is actually respecting what I'm going to spend more time building it on the container instead of like using mine. I've been cheating. I've been using my own on my own workstation, and it's got me in trouble because it's not getting picked up because the Pandoc thing is blowing it out. So yet another reason to use a container to do your practice to make sure you get it right. Could we just have 2 files, one for absolutely. You could totally do that. That's probably a better idea. Breno, I like that idea better. I'm going to do your idea. I'm going to do your idea. I'm going to make an exrc file that's just for NVI, and I'm going to make a vimrc file that makes sense by putting the tab stuff together, right? Instead of having one thing be far away from the other one. I think that's an excellent idea. All those other great ideas that you have, please let us know. And I'm going to go ahead and call for tonight. So we could have it. Yeah, we could totally do that. I have lots of other stuff I have to do tonight, so I'm going to go back to that. But in the meantime, hopefully you'll have some fun playing around with your vimrc file. It's just the beginning. If you want to go faster than me, just go look at my vimrc, look at any of a number of other vimrcs from other people out there. And yeah, actually Jess Frazzle has a really good one. And there's a few others that are really great out there. Just know that when you look at them, try to keep it to, Vim compatibility for now. And as much as possible, know when you're doing things that are not going to be compatible. And I think putting the exrc stuff out of vimrc will cause you to not have to worry about that. And then if you do choose to go all the way to NeoVim, then when you use NeoVim, you throw all compatibility out the window completely. Most of the stuff that people put in the vimrc files doesn't even work on 99% of systems that have Vim on them. So just know about that when you're going to hunt around and look for other Vim configurations. Tomorrow we'll pick up where we left off, which will probably be with what are we going to pick up with? Well, we got smart tabs in here, and then we can do, so I want to talk about this. Let's start. This is our first example of logic, so that will be tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to do the first example of logic, and we're going to do some of these really fun things that are Vim only. This one's particularly fun to screw around with. The problem with it is that it's got so many different versions. So tomorrow we'll talk about versioning, Vim version checking, and this is super important because I put my vimrc on a system at work that's a lot older, and it just was spewing errors everywhere. So you can do this kind of thing. We're going to talk about tomorrow. I don't need to swear right there. I'm sorry. I'm going to see you later. See you tomorrow. Have fun with your Vim and